HTML files, XML files. So I cannot write JavaScript and so on. No, I'll say UI files. I will write it. Any other scripting files are there? UI files. SERVLET, servlets, JSPs, and even jar also. Even any other jars are there, it can hold jars. Even it is called jars. Any jar. Right. Look here, all of you. Suppose one application is this is core Java.
Recording in progress.
They will not allow me to teach completely the 9 AM. I'll take one exception application like this. See there, this is your Eclipse actually. Using Eclipse, I'm showing core Java program first. Okay, right. I'll take one folder here. ARCHEIV archive files. I'll take some archive files. I took it. Some folder I took it roughly. Okay, right. Now
Recording in progress.
export. Can you see jar here? Right. Export in the form of jar. Correct. Right click on this application. Export in the form of jar. Next. So which application means this application? Say the jar destination to me. Go for desktop and say that there are archive files. And file name is some bank. Click on save. Click on finish. Here one jar file came. Now this is Eclipse, no? Close it. This is one jar file. This one jar file. Right. Double click it. This is the compressed format. Auto running not coming here. Some support problem. The same thing now, because we are not executing jars generally. So here we link auto executable and we link it actually, but from Eclipse it is not coming. So the same thing we do with var. See there. Web archive means compressed format of HTML files, XML files, UI files, CSS script, servlets, JSPs, and jars. Any inbuilt jar is there, the jars will be taken. Now the last one is nothing but EAR, but the statement down is nothing but here, right? Web applications are converted into var files. Web applications are converted into var files. Web applications are converted into var files. All your web applications should be converted into var files actually. Now these var files are executed on the Tomcat server. The theory. Now var files are executed on your Tomcat server. Like this. Web applications are converted into var files. Now EAR. EAR stands for EAR means, you write, means enterprise archive. Enterprise archive, and which is compressed format of enterprise Java beans, means enterprise Java bean classes directly. Enterprise Java beans means security components. Actually, after completing my advanced Java for you, the major two trainers are coming. One is Spring Trainer and one is Web Service Trainer. These two trainers will use application servers. They are going to use it. I am using only web server now. That is Tomcat is an example of web server I am using. So I am not using any application server. I am not using. But the two trainers will use application servers to use generally. So if not, they'll give a training on application servers in their course. So application servers means they can execute web applications and enterprise applications. Enterprise means security components will be there, only EJB components. So EJB components means this enterprise archive contains EJB components, vars and jars. Already in the var servlet JSP is there now, right? It's a compressed format of that enterprise beans indirectly, EJB, enterprise Java beans, vars and jars. Make it compressed format of enterprise Java beans, vars and jars. So enterprise applications, are converted into EAR files. EAR files. The enterprise applications are converted into EAR files. Right. Now for us, generating WAR file and executing in Tomcat server for us. So our web application ended no indirectly. We have to generate our WAR file and execute from your Tomcat server, one web server. Make it here star mark IMP. Generating WAR file and executing from Tomcat server. So step 1. So our application now, we have to go to our application. You are keeping your Tomcat server off now. So for us, one application is an online bookstore. So right click on the web application, export. Here WAR file. It has to come like this. There it is not coming. Maybe I done normally. I must take the support of AWT and Swing there. I'll check that file also whether my Eclipse is correct or not. I'll check it. Okay, right. So here, right here, WAR file will come. That will export into WAR file. Once a WAR file comes and the journey of Eclipse is ended. You selected IDE Eclipse to create one source code. Eclipse is not the platform to run your application actually. Why I given Eclipse means some error-free code may come. It only will check something. Easiness will be there. Sir, yesterday running, today not running. That problem will not come once a WAR file comes. So this Eclipse IDE is to generate your source code. In the place of Eclipse IDE, you can use NetBeans. You can use any other IDE, IntelliJ. You can use it. You also can check any video and you also can run it. No issue there. So like this, you must practice 1 or 2. If you don't practice also, next level teacher is there. Right? Okay. Now here, step 1 is nothing but generating WAR. Generating WAR file. Right. So right click on web application. Generating WAR file using IDE Eclipse. Right click on web application. Export. Right click on web application. Export. WAR file. WAR, WAR file. WAR file. See there. Web application means dynamic web project, nothing but. Now right click on it, export WAR. Here destination, browse the destination. Browse the destination folder to generate, to store WAR file. Browse the destination folder to store the WAR file. So browse it and I give an archive now here. So WAR file will be there here. Name the file. Name the file and click save. Name the file and click save. This is the file. Click save. .var. They are asking me to take .var. Right. Now click finish. Right click on web application, export WAR file, browse the destination folder to store WAR file, name the file and click save, click finish. I am clicking on finish. Actually, WAR file should come here. WAR file should come. Right click, export WAR file, browse it. Once the WAR file came out now, let us stop this Eclipse. Now the WAR file is available in archives file. Okay, right. Step 2. So start the Tomcat server now. After many days today, you are starting Tomcat server. Daily you are offering Tomcat server now. Today, start the Tomcat server. Start the Tomcat server. Start the Tomcat server. So I am starting it out. Go to C drive, Tomcat, and start it. After a long time, we are starting manually. So started, click on OK. So once the Tomcat server has been started, step 3. open web browser and access the server. Means access the Tomcat. Open your original web browser and access. So open your original web browser and access. HTTP localhost 8082. That is here. This is originally a Tomcat now running. Can you see one manager app? You can see one submit button here, manager app. Now, step 4. Deploy the WAR file into Tomcat. Deploy the WAR file into Tomcat. Deploy the WAR file into Tomcat. So click on manager app. Click on manager app. Click on manager. When you click on this manager app here now, whenever you click on this manager app, it will ask the username and password. Starting you given one username password, remember? That username password, right? Click on sign in. I also will forget, I took auto saving there. So click on manager app. Perform login process. Perform login process. After performing the login process, you can see this window like this. Tomcat Web Application Manager. This one. Scroll down here. Here, WAR file to deploy. Can you see this? Right? Okay. From WAR file to deploy, choose the file. This one. Here. From WAR file to deploy. From WAR file to deploy, click choose file. Click choose file. Browse and select the file and click deploy. Click on manager app, perform login process. From WAR file to deploy, click choose file, browse and select the file, click deploy. Then the file will come to Tomcat. That WAR file will come to Tomcat. Now see there. Click on this choose file. Go to desktop, archive files. You can select it. Click on open. This will come. Online bookstore WR. Click on deploy. It's deployed. Once it is deployed there, deployment over actually. Then once the deployment over, execute the application. Execute the application as follows. Means HTTP localhost 8082 online bookstore access like this. Now, this one, I must run from here. Anyway, I'm in the login status, no? You can see that application here. Online bookstore, can you see it? Click on it. The program will run. Click on that, it will be running. Anyway, you are in the login process only, no? See that. Localhost 8082 and so on. Click on some user. nit.v. mjdu672. View books. It works perfectly without any disturbances. Whatever the disturbances you faced, that all disturbances are because of Eclipse. Eclipse created problem to you. Now Eclipse not there. Understood now? On the day one I can do this work, but complicated will be there. You must write separately, you must go to command prompt, you have to compile it, you have to take one dot class file, you have to do. That manual will create more problem to the student. Already servlet hard no. Because of this reason, we trainers will off the Tomcat and train the subject. You know the subject today. Now today you practice yourself how to convert it to where? One or two programs to convert it. Now it is deployed already. It is available now. So off the Tomcat work is over. So now Eclipse nowhere related now. So go to C drive, Tomcat and off it. Stop the Tomcat. Now your application is available in the Tomcat server. Daily your application available in the Eclipse folder. And the Tomcat is linked to run it. It's not originally deployed actually. So now look here. Suppose if I refresh, because Tomcat is stopped now. Right. Now whenever you want it now, whenever you want it, on the Tomcat, don't on the Eclipse now. On the Tomcat, daily on the Tomcat and run your application. Deployment over no already. You done means that is available there. So don't open Eclipse. You can run your program. Now open this browser and run it directly. http local host 8082 slash, understood or not now, slash, what is the name and online bookstore, click enter, view. Understood or not now? Now Eclipse nowhere related. Now that http what is it? Localhost 8082 bookstore is there, no? The total line we convert into domain name www.bookstore.com. We convert into domain name. Understood now? That is one a DNS, domain name naming service or domain name services, whatever it may be. That DNS server will map this domain names to your server. Their local host not there. The domain names will be linking the server with IP address. Here you are running in the same computer, not local host. Understood this right? Who are having laptops today? You people who are having, of course all will have it. So in your mobile phone hotspot will be there, right? So on the hotspot and connect your laptop in the hotspot. Both must be in the same hotspot. Understood right? Both the laptop and your mobile phone, of course. mobile phone data through hotspot. You connect your laptop. In the laptop, you on the Tomcat server. After this process, deploymenting into where process on the Tomcat server, right? And here you open web browser in the mobile phone and type it www not sorry not www http colon, don't say local host, because Tomcat server is not available in the mobile phone. It is available in the laptop, no? Right. Laptop will have one IP address. Yes or no? Right? IP config. You can type that command IP config in command prompt. It gives a configuration details. There one IP address will be there. Right? Okay. Here you type it now. HTTP colon, instead of local host, laptop IP address you type it colon, port number of Tomcat slash online bookstore you type it. Then the page will be opened. Understood now? My intention is here, your ID Eclipse is not involved. You operate the same thing with the mobile phone. Understood now, right? So, but your restriction is nothing but same hotspot. Sir, I don't want the same hotspot means next level is there now. Web service is there. Because for me that much of flexibility not there now. I am only just basic trainer now. JSP servlet trainer I am. So for me, if framework support not there no. If the framework support comes a lot more expansion I can do. Got it right? Up to now, if you want to check, my program must not be involved with IDE because you are not IDE programmer. Nobody will ask, sir, I know IDE. Is there any job not there? IDE by this full stack Eclipse IDE developer not there no. So many people will ask us IDE. We say IDE not working means leave it. You are a Java developer no. Application running or not, because in real time IDEs will not be there with you. IDE is one kind of environment only. If IDE Eclipse not working, you will take NetBeans. If it is not working, you'll go with the IntelliJ. If it is not working, you type in Notepad. But at last I am a Java programmer. Got it now? So this program is after deployment, you must do it. So you try that once. Invalid. So database is there. It's running from the browser. Even if laptop is there, I might have shown to you. If possible, tomorrow I'll bring my laptop. I'll connect it. Okay, right. We can access this with your remote location with the IP address that I want to say to you. Anyway, whenever I want to stop this now, go to Tomcat and stop it. So IDE Eclipse is supported. IDE Eclipse supported you to generate one source code. Understood everybody? To generate one source code. It's a concept. Sir, you deployed this WAR file now, sir. Where it is available, sir? I want to know where it is available. It is available in the web apps folder here. In your Tomcat server, here web apps. In web apps, here web apps. Here you can see servlet. What I uploaded? What is the program name and online bookstore only? No. Where is that online bookstore? Tomcat. Tomcat. Web applications. Internally it is taken as has been stored here. It has been stored into here. Online bookstore. Look here. Web apps. Under web apps, we had online bookstore where, see there, online bookstore. Here files will come. Whatever the files you type, the files will come. But source code will not come. Only .class file will come. .class files. Sir, I want source code means generally there one option will be there while generating source files. You have to click it. So source files also will be dumped. While generating jar file, there one option is there, source. Whenever you are extracting file, one checkbox will be there. Do you want source file? You can click on that source files. So source files also will be generated here. So this is executable. So try this once. Here the information is nothing but this one I must give a information here. Note NOT note. The web applications are deployed into web apps folder of Tomcat server. Web apps folder of Tomcat server. Web apps folder of deployed into web apps folder of Tomcat. In Tomcat you can see web apps. The following is the deployment directory structure of Tomcat. The following is the deployment directory structure of Tomcat. Deployment directory structure of Tomcat. So here, part of Tomcat, we had one folder known as web apps. Tomcat folder. Inside this web apps, our application will come. That is online bookstore. Online bookstore. So this is our web application. So this web apps will hold this online bookstore. In this online bookstore, directly part of it, HTML files, directly HTML files, JSP files, other UI files, all JSP files, HTML files will come there. Part of this directly. So like your Eclipse, we don't have web app. Under that will not be there directly. We can see this. C drive for me, it went into inside Tomcat web apps under that online bookstore. In online bookstore here, direct files are available directly. There one folder is there, WebINF. Here one folder came. One folder came, WebINF. Inside this WebINF, we are having jar file, web.xml file. Part of this WebINF, we had web.xml file is there. Web.xml file is there. So inside this WebINF, two folders will come. One folder lab, one folder classes. WebINF and classes. In your library here, here jar file, db jar file will come. Database jar file. I am calling it as db jar. db jar file. Under classes, your Java class files will come. Your Java class files will come. So this is one question to you. Java class files. This is one interview question to you. What is the structure of deployment directory in Tomcat? One question is there. We never give the diagram about Eclipse because you may use Eclipse, you may not use Eclipse in your company, but Tomcat server will be there. So you must have this for interview question. For deploying auto generation, anyway, practice one or two. Especially practice cookie. Your cookie session track is there, no? It works perfectly on the web browser. Because cookie needs storage, no? So cookie application will work perfectly in this mode when compared to ID Eclipse. ID Eclipse sometimes it will not work because their storage is not there, no? It is not original browser, it is a demo browser. But same flavor only, but demo browser. So here it will work perfectly. So here Java. So I had this deployment directory structure for interview. There one question is there, what is the deployment directory structure of Tomcat? If anybody asks what is the deployment directory structure of Eclipse, if you can remember, say. If not, you can say I cannot remember, sorry, because I used to work manually, say. So I worked it, but I cannot remember. You can remember web apps daily you create, you can remember. If any work I asked in IntelliJ, I cannot remember, no problem. If you say cannot remember, also nothing wrong, because you must remember the deployment directory of Tomcat. Okay, right. So this one you try today and access with mobile phone once and come, right? So why I asked how many of you know HTML CSS means? create one file and give to me, one HTML file. So I'll write a code. I am unable to sit and construct that page, employee details with photograph and so on. Anybody construct that file and give to me, HTML CSS file, right? Don't keep more code in, right? Only HTML CSS and some alignment. One, I'll give the structure, you construct and give it to me, the file to me. Upload in the Google Classroom, I'll copy it. The code you upload it, I'll copy it. Okay, right? If anybody, all do it and copy it, right? On page to me. I'll copy it and I'll write a program for it. Servlet program, I'll write it. Okay, right? See, what is the design means like this. All of written this, all of it drawn it. So before interview, I had this structure once. Structure of a Tomcat server. Today, online bookstore you are typing already. So to where and deploy into Tomcat, check the process working or not. After that, on the hotspot of your mobile phone, right? Check the IP address and access Tomcat server with the IP address, it will run. But both must be in the same hotspot. Then try that once, you'll get answer. Ready? Try that so that it indicates that local host can be replaced with IP address. Understood now? If two computers are in the LAN network also, you can access the database in the network. Suppose lab is there, nowadays labs. If two labs are in the network, LAN network, means two systems will be in the IP address, two systems will have some IP address, no? Right? In that system, database is there. I am running Servlet program from here. So I want to access the database available there. Here you are writing now, JDBC : Oracle : thin : @ of localhost. There, give that IP address. The database can be accessed. Understood now? But they should be in that some LAN network. Some network should be there, then it can be accessed. So that also you can try it when the time is there. If not, remember it, web service trainer will come now. You will do more things because we had a very restriction part for us. Right? So try this today and come. Pending is nothing but I must write one code for your HTML file and show to you. And tomorrow I'll give the notes on ELN JSTL first 40 minutes, right? Now I'll stop it and the core Java pending is coming. It's 2 weeks, right? Suddenly I am conducting class, management is dropping it. They are not activating my link since 2 weeks. They are creating headache to me, right? Right. Advanced Java people you can go. Core Java people you sit it, right? Okay. For 1 hour. Sorry, design form. 1 minute. Check this form. I want one form like this. If possible, employee details. I want you to design one photograph column here. Means image, no? Then ID, name, designation. Designation, take it as a scroll down. Is there no? For you scroll down, what you will call it as? Some combo box or something, right? Combo. So take it as a combo there. Designation 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 designations. SCTME. You take 3. SCTME. Take 3. Next here, after this one, male or female. I want one radio button here. Male or female. Male or female. Next, one address. That address you take it. Very less fields you take it. Address. Right, okay. After that address, text area, I think you are calling it as text area. One address. And you take it as one hobbies here. Hobbies. Because I want some check boxes here. If not, why hobbies? Take languages known. Languages known. I want the checkbox here. I want one checkbox here. I want one checkbox here. Some English, Telugu, insert details. I want this code, this design I want it, right? So keep the design to me once, because I cannot sit and write. Don't use huge codes and don't show your JavaScript at all. Just one design and right, very lightweight you design and give to me. Because my intention, I'll write one Java program, how to read the data from your checkboxes, how to read the data from radio buttons. One combo box you take it. Combo box means what? Scroll down, click on it, how many branches are there? Just designations are, you take 3. SCTEM you take it. Photograph you take it. One photograph column you take it and write. Okay, right. So whatever you had knowledge on that, you try it and give to me. Employee details you keep on title and give to me. So how many of the designs you upload in the Google Classroom, I'll download the code. Right, I'll write the servlet program and give to you. After that you can connect the DO layer and you can insert it. Right, for insertion I'll show the code to you. To construct this for me, time not there. Again, I have to depend upon some UI trainer again. I must ask Sudhakar Sharma sir or your Shivakumar sir. I must ask. If I ask them, they'll give a huge code to me. Again, previously I took the codes from them on. I used to call them and ask if they should send document. But you already no. Right? Shivakumar sir writing means you are writing only, no? Right. Of course, Sudhakar Sharma sir is UI. Anyway, Angular 13 and so on. If he is writing, you are writing, I think. So create your form and I want only that fields and enough. Okay, right. So thank you very much. Advanced Java people you go, Core Java students you sit it. Sorry for Core Java students. No sir, I'll go in online means you can go and join in online. No problem. If any Core Java students go in to join in online, you can go and join in online within 10 minutes. I given the code there, same Advanced Java link only. If you want to join it, join it. So any Core Java students in Advanced Java student, Advanced Java, you wait and online students. Babra, class అయిపోలే. Right. So who are sitting in online? You are all Core Java students only, no? Say yes or no to me. You are all Core Java students only? Okay, fine. Then it's good. Right. Only one topic is there. I'll finish out that once. Once our students can sign off.